Welcome to a new math quiz tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to add a new class in matHQuiz. Also, how to add students manually. And, how to import a list of students from a file, which is the best way to do it. Okay, let's start. When you log in for the first time in matHQuiz, you will find no classes, no students, no quizzes. So this is a fresh new account. I need to start by adding classes, so I will be ready to add students to the class. Click on the Add Class button. I will pick the name for the class. Let's say because this is my first period class, I'm gonna call it Period 1. And this is a geometry class, then the class title will be P1 Geom. The class word is a unique identifier for the class. This identifier will be the username for all students enrolled in this class when they log into matHQuiz. Try to create a unique class word for your class. If another teacher already took the selected class word, the computer will ask you to input a different class word. Important. Do not use spaces. To make a unique identifier, I'm going to use the first 3 letters of my last name followed by the class title. Then it will be as it reads on the screen. The sort order is used by the computer to properly list the classes when needed. These are some examples of the sort order. Now select the date when the school year or the semester starts and, finally, select the date when it ends. If you want to exclude a class from any report in matHQuiz, mark this checkbox. Now, click the Save button to save the class. We have created our first class. To add more classes, just repeat the same procedure as you can see in this video. How to add students to a class? Click on Students, then select the class. Click on the Add button. Student DID, or District ID, is the control number the school has assigned to the student. Email is the personal email of the student, and it is optional. You may pick the password for the student, which I do not recommend. The best way to do it is to let the computer generate a random password for the student. To achieve this, type in a question mark on the password field. Click on the Save button to save the student's info. You can see the randomly generated password. Click on the I button, View, to check the info of the student. How to import students from comma-separated value, CSV, file. Adding students one by one is not a good idea. So let's import all of the students from one CVS file. Click on the Import button. The import screen allows you to import students into your class from a file located on your computer. The data in the file must be in a comma-separated value, CSV, format. If you can obtain a file from your school district's information systems department, then the import screen can save you the time when adding students to your classes. A CSV file is a text file that you can create or edit in Microsoft Excel. The file format restrictions are as follows. You must have exactly 4 columns in this order. The first column will have the IDs of the students. The second column will have the first names. The third column will have the last names, and the fourth column will have the passwords. I have an Excel sheet with some names on it. It has only the first and last names of the students. I need to add one column for the IDs and another one for the passwords. In this example, I am creating the IDs, which is not usual. Remember that this is the control number that the district or school assigns to the students. Now, I'm going to add the password column. I want the computer to generate random passwords, so I will fill in this column with question mark symbols. Finally, I have to save the Excel sheet as a comma-separated value file or CSV file. After saving the CSV file, we need to go back to matHQuiz and import the roster. Browse for the file you just saved. You can check if you have selected the correct file by opening the list of students you are about to import. Finally, click on the Import Roster button to import the list of students onto this class. After a couple of seconds, you will see the list of students. I have one student, Juan Perez, that I do not want on the list. Click on the trash icon to remove it from the class. Check again the list. Juan Perez is not there anymore. You can see the details of any student by clicking on the I button. The username of the student is the same as the classword of the class. The password was randomly generated by the computer. From the app menu, select Classes and click on the first class. You will see that the username for every student in this class is the same as the classword. It is not allowed to edit the classword. As you can see, the field is disabled. If you want to change it, you will need to drop the entire class. Be careful with this action. Congrats! We have finished adding students to the first class. Repeat the process for other classes. Thank you for watching.